aliens. They walk among us for approximately 8 episodes of varying quality. We'll get into it, but we got that news and more. So stay tuned to another episode of The Core. Matt, theme music, por favor.
Cinestro called the cast. It's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in. Stay tuned.
Yes,
welcome back. Alaikum salam, salami, eggs, and bacon. That's heresy, I think. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of I guess we're on our Islam arc.
Wrong episode.
Welcome,
Our Muslim art.
welcome to another episode of the Cinestro Core. How you doing? We are back at it again, and we're talking a little bit of news off top, plus something called the history of sound. I didn't watch it. Other people did.
It sounds like bullshit. No, I'm playing.
Sounds like someone made it
It
up.
sounds like motherfuckers don't know balls. What it sounds
Tell
like.
them, Luis. Talk to these niggas.
Well, we'll find out. And speaking of knowing ball, you can't know things without somebody telling you. And I got to tell you all some news. It's really not even major news. Just two things that I thought about talking about that I felt like would be pretty good to fill up time for an episode. First thing, gonna start on the lighter note. Actually, yeah, that is a reasonable point. I didn't even think of that. Holy fucking shit! I'm an idiot.
I can work sometimes.
Whoa,
Great pieces of news.
I let him know. I let him know. I told him.
Gerardo, just let me know via Cerebro. I can't tell you all the Sinestro core methods of communication, but like if you know, like if you're in this recording, like you
emails
receive the same mental link. But the Wolverine trailer dropped literally today.
Insomniac.
Insomniac Wolverine. Yes.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Kind of underwhelming.
Go for it.
Luis,
Just
let me
say
add
it's
on
fun,
to that.
Luis.
Let me add on to that. Shut the fuck up for the rest of it.
Thank you.
It looked pretty fucking cool to me.
I think you look cool as fuck, bro.
It looks like a good time.
You saw that fucking?
It looks
takedown? He already
active.
killed the dude like 10 times. Then he fucking sliced his shit up into soup, bro. Oh my god!
Basically,
We're so
we
bad.
got a gameplay trailer for the new Insomniac
God is
Wolverine
good.
game.
Which I'm surprised we got because
Mashallah.
people were saying it was not going to get released
Mashallah.
after
Yeah.
those leaks.
Mhm.
So,
They said, oh yeah. You thought our dick was exposed out on the table? Nah, they flopped out.
that was a part of the
It was just
plan,
him.
motherfucker.
It was amazing. It was all a part of the strategy. I trusted. Well, no, they made Spider-Man too,
I mean,
but I
Dong-
trust this will be better.
Dongverine.
I trust Insomniac. I think they have a pretty good track record, regardless of how I feel about
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Insomni Black.
I think I think it's a really good kind of like course of action to keep these games that are within this universe kind of like within the same studio, right? Just like Insomniac, you guys are in charge of this canon within its own universe, non-MCU, non-Marvel, non-comics kind of own storyline, own universe. You guys just make those games that are its own world, its own thing.
Not even Avengers.
Exactly, not even Avengers. Exactly,
That
it's
was
its own
boo-boo.
kind of.
That one was
Exactly.
boo-boo.
I think that's the perfect way to go about it. Look, I was being a little bit facetious when I said I think it looks. I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I just don't like linear maps and linear storytelling when it comes to video games, and it was just kind of disappointing because Spider-Man, obviously the freedom that comes with that, the freedom that comes with playing in New York. But it's a different style of game. I think because of the gameplay, you kind of have to confine it a little bit more. It makes sense. We'll see. I'll have to see a little bit more. But like I said, I trust Insomniac regardless of how I feel about them fucking up Spider-Man 2.
This is fair, but I will say, as a man who
Likes
spent
cartoons.
years I don't just like cartoons. I think if life were a cartoon, it would be slightly funnier. I love them. All right. But this is a special itch scratched in my brain because the last good Wolverine game, I think, really was the X-Men Origins game, which is just amazing how good that game is in spite of the movie, right? But it's been a while since we've had, Wolverine in any context of like his own solo game. And this game not only gives us Wolverine, but it features bits of X-Men lore that I really like. We got Mystique in this motherfucker, right? We got Omega Red.
The GOAT.
Listen. Omega Red, pretty cool. I just like the fact that his body is poisoning the whole time, and he's like,
Sentinels.
I'm kill Wolverine.
Mhm.
Oh, not
The
just
last
Sentinels.
shot.
We have Omega Sentinels, the organic hybrids between human and Sentinels. At least that's what I'm thinking it is, because that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with all the tech that's on people. It somewhat resembles like the old Sable agents from like the Spider-Man DLC, and it is like the same studio as the Spider-Man games.
It's in the same universe for sure.
Or the
Same-
Sentinel robots from the X-Men '97 show. They were like in between.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, so I'm wondering how
The
that plays into it.
techno-virus
But I'm
Techno-organic virus? No,
Really?
that what was the bad guy in X-Men 97 called?
Oh,
Anyways,
Bastion.
Bastion.
Bastion. Yeah. That's what I'm talking
Bastion.
about. My bad.
anyways,
Basilisk.
what I was gonna say is I think
Mm.
what I do like about this gameplay is that it kind of focused on. It was like, look at how brutal and cool and violent this combat is, and then look at all the different costumes that we're teasing, because there's obviously going to be way more. But look at all the different costumes you get to play as. And honestly, I was just like, yeah. I mean,
Mashallah,
I want to be
bro.
Wolverine, and I just want to fuck shit up and be brutal and violent and tear motherfuckers apart while wearing different iconic costumes from the comics and movies. And that's all you want from a game like this. I mean, a great story, obviously,
also,
but you know.
What I'm really wondering, like just out of curiosity, because I'm thinking about it more and more. We got a lot in the trailer. Well, not like a whole lot, but we don't know like much about like the story or like who else is going to be in this. Who are some people you guys really want featured in this? Because
Hulk fight, absolutely. I want to see him
it.
fight Sabretooth. I want to
Sabretooth.
see him and Scott
Sabretooth's
Summers.
given.
I want to see him smash on Jean Grey and fucking cuck.
The thing is, like, how tied to like the X-Men lore is this game? You know, we don't know that. We don't know the X-Men's existence within the Spider-Man Insomniac and the Insomniac and Marvel universe. You know, so what I want is just shit from like, give me the Hulk fight, give me a Sabretooth fight, give me some Weapon X flashbacks, and call it a fucking day. That's that. You know, I'm gonna be happy, and give me all these classic suits that we saw in. I think Deadpool and Wolverine did a pretty good job of giving us a lot of different classic. Like, that's what I want. Just be able to play through the game.
We need that brown suit on God. If they don't,
that's on the cover,
bro. Praise Jesus. What if
the brown
is
definitely going to be there? Definitely. In the realm of cosmetics is where I'm really focused, because I'm wondering how. Because with Spider-Man, right? The combat mostly features like with him and his gadgets, and then the second one is like him and his symbiote powers, and with Miles, it's like him and his Venom electric powers.
Him and the
so I'm wondering, like, it's the power of Puerto Rico. But I'm wondering, like, how, since Wolverine is very much a brawler, very much a scrappy hack and slash character, is it going to be like you use the D-pad to execute certain finishers and combos, or like how the combat's going to play is mainly my focus?
It's going to be right trigger and then direct, and then you move the left stick in the direction that you want.
I want it to be like God of War, you know, where you have the mini games where you get smash on people. I want Silver Fox. I want Mystique. I want fucking whatever that bitch's name was, Michiko, or whatever the hell. His Japanese wife.
Oh, Yukio.
I need them all.
Yukio.
Not Yukio. What's your name?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's Miss something. Something.
Whatever. His wife. His Japanese wife.
I need him to be cracking, because that's what Wolverine is known for.
It is what he's known for.
He cracks.
And I think in a perfect
world, he loves hard.
I think some X-Men
running through it all
teases would be pretty cool. Like if we see Scott and Jean, if we see Professor X, if we see Colossus, you know, if we see these characters, maybe if you don't necessarily play as them, or we don't get a lot of explanation of like the backstory, but if we see them and we're like, oh, the X-Men exist in this universe, that would be pretty cool, I think. But yeah. Matt, what about you?
I think that's all I got, man. And that's all that needs to be said, dude. This game was teased forever ago. Shit, I went on Twitter
leaked forever ago,
and they put a what's it called, a picture of Logan at the bar with a cowboy hat on. I said, I need a PlayStation. I need a PlayStation. It's 2025. I got PlayStation. Bring me this game.
I'll give it 2 months before it brings to PC. I'm gonna give it 2 months.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're gonna be in the dark ages still.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the ghetto.
Ooh.
No, this is gonna make my friend Jay so happy because he literally bought a PS5 for Spider-Man. Literally, like the next week, it was released on PC, and he hasn't used it since. So like, he's actually gonna be happy about this.
Tell a young man I say get active.
Oh no, he has both.
Get active. Tell myself lock in. You know what time.
We'll see. Speaking of what time it is, I think we can end the news segment on like the heavier news. So I think we'll go into some more light news. We got our first look at Absolute Joker, and I'm gonna be honest. This thing goes hard. It goes so goddamn hard.
It goes insane.
It is.
What's that clip? That line from the Dark Knight, where Alfred's talking to him. I've seen Bane is the scariest man I've ever seen, or whatever he said.
yeah.
That's no man, bro. That's goddamn.
That's Alfred. That's Alfred every 5 minutes looking at all these absolute villains, bro. Jesus Christ! They just created some fucking Demogorgons and Stranger Things monsters and said, "Here you go, Batman. There's another one."
Like absolute Batman himself is like 6 foot 6'7" or something. Right? 6'5", 6'7", or like around
300 pounds or something.
Yeah, he's close to like nearly 400 pounds. He's like 350, right? He's a big, hefty motherfucker, and yet Bane is standing tall enough to where he can cup this man's head like he's holding a grape. Right. Factor that in with Absolute Killer Croc, which has a horrific proportioned body.
It's ugly.
To Absolute Penguin and everybody else, and we've had like 2 glimpses of Absolute Joker, but he's been in like a human and a semi-human form, and now we got our full reveal, and he is a literal demon. Like he is. Just
I think it looks
up.
Awesome. I think it's awesome. I haven't read the Absolute one yet, and I really want to, but I really like the choices they're making. Just from an aesthetic perspective, they're really going out of their way to make them visually distinctive from any other iteration of these characters that we've seen, and I think that's exciting. And I think that's what you need to do when you're rebooting a different alternate timeline version of these characters. We want to see things that are different, both aesthetically, both in terms of the character origins, in terms of like who these characters are as people, and like we want that. That's the whole point, because these characters are so old. We've seen it all. So give us something that we've seen it all in regards to what's canon. So when you have something that's so different and so separate from like the main timeline, I want to see the writers and the creatives have fun. And it feels like that's exactly what they're saying. They're like, how can we make Joker more terrifying? They're like, let's make him like you said, a literal fucking a demon of just a monster who's also like the Joker. And they're like that. Then I think that's perfect.
It subverts your expectations as a comic book reader too. You know, most of these, even in the alternate universes and all that, they all kind of look somewhat similar. They're human. They like the Batman cartoon had a Joker with dreadlocks, bro. Like all type of shit going on.
That one was awesome.
This right here, this design is fucking insane, dude. This is making me so excited, and I want to see the Joker. I want to see what other villains that they can drop into this Absolute universe. I want to see how they go about doing different, like Absolute Firefly gonna be a fucking walking burning man or some shit, like, dude,
a literal human wasp. Probably so at this point. Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised.
Absolute man bat.
Like for instance,
Man Bat would be horrifying. Exactly.
I don't think you can make Man Bat any more horrifying, but then again, they've made they've literally made Absolute Clayface in like a human flesh pit, akin to like the Thing, like a hive of many faces.
That's incredible.
It's amazing what they've done to transform people, and it's really neat. As someone that's been like really following the Absolute series, primarily Absolute Batman and Absolute Flash the most, I would say what they've done to redesign a lot of the villains and a lot of the rogues and the greater world of the DC universe, I think is done slightly better, with all due respect to like Jonathan Hickman and everybody that's doing it within the Ultimate Universe. A lot more, I would say, adventurous, a lot more creative, right? There's a lot more risk taken, right? For instance, Absolute Wolverine or not Absolute Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine. He's essentially the Winter Soldier, right? Right. He's the Winter Soldier. But the Winter Soldier is essentially kind of like the same shit we get with just normal baseline Wolverine. They play it very safe. Some of the designs are a little bit, similar to their original. There's like the little tweaks with like gender or race sometimes, but overall the status quo is somewhat maintained. I think the furthest journey from that they've taken is like the last issue of Ultimates I read, where they were, instead of trying to like remake the original Ultimate Universe or the main Marvel Universe, they're just trying to like go off their own timeline. But all that to say that I think what they've done with this Absolute Joker design, and also paying homage to like that original Joker card imp design, is good. And I'm excited to see what in God's name Bruce does about this, because brother is not winning,
bro. And then
he's not winning so far.
You brought up another good point too. You mentioned Absolute Flash. There's characters in the Flash like Gorilla Grodd and fucking Zoom and all these different. I want to see how they do that too, man. There's just so much. There's so much.
Dude, Grodd's awesome. Imagine he's in the Absolute Flash. He's great.
Oh my god, please! I'm gonna go to a comic shop this weekend and buy that. Bro.
I know. I need to buy this comic run.
I need it bad.
It's good.
Absolute Superman. Is he like?
Look, to be honest, he's like a socialist essentially, right? He's like a people. He fights for the people, for the workers.
Yeah, he's like if you gave Cesar Chavez the powers of the century, essentially.
Is he Mexican?
He's going crazy.
Oh, it's Mexican Superman. Yeah.
So his parents are a member of like the labor class on Krypton, right? And he grows up around like a lot of Latin America.
Let's go.
And a lot of like working class people. So he's like Brazilian Portuguese. He's like technically, he also has much more tan skin as well. So he has that much more Latin vibe, similar to like the Gods and Monsters one that's raised in Mexico.
Oh my god.
Luis, say it, bro. Super what?
Super bean.
Yeah.
Super bean. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's super bean.
Wait, time. Okay.
Instead of the traditional John Williams score, it's freaking like La Chona or something.
Yeah. No, that's incredible. I am really excited.
Write that down.
I think I'm really excited for this comic run. I think it's been a minute since I've been excited to pick up a new run of comics. And I think this one, that new Joker design really kind of, I was like, I gotta check this out. I was like, if this is the kind of like the vibe that they're going for, and like we said, and we talked about like Superman, we talked about the Flash, it's like this is really exciting, and I'm really excited to see where, even if they end up dropping the ball, I think that the fact that they decided to take these risks and make these decisions is really cool and really like exciting. So I'm for it.
I agree 100%. Seeing these creatures, man, they look like something not of this earth. They just look like some aliens. And speaking of aliens, that segue was about as good as this show. Boring as hell.
What?
Let me tell you something. Matt. The slander I'm about to drop on alien Earth right now. The vicious.
They're not ready for it.
Let me tell you something. I'm still on episode.
Let me tell you something.
How little I care about this show.
Hold up. Okay.
Let me put it this way. So whenever this show dropped, right? That was at the top of September? Late August, early September?
September something, yeah.
Something. Then we got Peacemaker on the heels of that. Then we got Marvel Zombie. We got Gen V. Then we got Marvel Zombies. Of those 4 shows, only one of those did not get watched. Actually, let me rephrase, because Gen V, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. But only one of those did not actually get paid attention to. Alien Earth, you can't fool me, bro. No, Holly.
I know what you are. I know what you are.
Nah,
let me tell you. Fraudly.
Look.
Fraudly. That's
wait. Because Matt has nothing but venom, vitriol, and granted, that is 1,000% a plus. Because Matt has such hatred, and I have such mediocrity, and you get to also have your thoughts. I say off-top rated. I say
the season as a whole or the episode?
The season as a whole, because that's what we're really going to be going into during this episode. So I say off top we rate it, and then we just Actually, no. Let's all describe it, and then we'll let Matt go last. So I want to see how that rage builds and festers.
Yes.
I want to see how that
Please.
goes. I want to see how that goes.
All right, man. You rate it first since you haven't finished the whole series. And give us your
I'm
thoughts.
curious.
This shit is a 2.
Since you don't know ball.
No, not even that.
2?
It's a 1.5
out of 5.
Stop.
Yes.
You're out of your fucking mind. It's not
I'm not.
Look.
It's slow. The pacing sucks. Half the cast is not fucking doing anything worth noting.
Brain.
The screen, the random ass needle drops that are not fucking earned.
Matt needs fucking Subway Surfers at the bottom of it.
Yes,
bro.
I need cargo of room. Put F1 in the background, bro.
Bro's a side effect of Tylenol right now. This is disappointing.
Autism announcement. Autism announcement.
Wait till our president hears about this.
Not my president.
That's fair. Okay. I'll go next.
No, that's all I got.
All right, Louis.
I'll go next.
If your show cannot grab someone, and I'll give you the first episode. If you cannot grab someone in the first 2 episodes, you failed. Yeah. There's no point. I don't want to. I got to episode 2. I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Speaking of balls.
Speaking of balls. Jesus Christ.
I agree.
Go ahead, Luis.
I think we all know I was really rough on this show. First 2 episodes, I thought they were very poor. I thought it started to pick up after episodes. I thought episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 were pretty decent, and I thought we were getting somewhere. And I was like, okay. In between that, I thought episode 5 was the best in the series. I was like, we're doing something. They're cooking. Episode 7 came along. I said, what is this? Dog shit. We're losing the fucking plot. That shit was ass. Then the finale came around, and I said, what kind of Mary Sue ass fucking finale?
Whoa.
No.
Hater, turn that hater shit up.
No, bro.
Turn that hater shit up.
No, it's insane, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Tell them women learn skills. I don't believe it.
Out of nowhere? How the fuck?
She had those skills. They showed those skills at the beginning of the show.
What? You heard communicating with the aliens?
No, they built up to that.
They did.
How'd they build up to that?
Louis.
They showed her having a seizure.
How do they explain
for like
it?
2
Explain
seconds.
to me in the show when they explain
the alien talk
why she's able to communicate with the
They
xenomorphs.
explain that she's super adaptive and that she's able to pick up on things that the other programmed children aren't.
She had that space Tylenol.
What the fuck? So only she can, but the other ones can't?
No, like let's say this. Yeah, it's stupid, but they do explain it. They do build up to it. They have her in, chitter at the fucking eggs.
It's not like
they have her communicate with the babies.
It's not like a Jeff Hardy from the top rope out of nowhere.
It does come out of nowhere because now she can open fucking doors and change and turn off the computer systems out of fucking
R2D2. But she's in the R2D2.
No, her being able to hack into the system has been a thing since the second episode.
She'd be able to spy on her brother.
Because she can hack the system. If everything's connected within the building, obviously she can connect it. If everything's automated.
Why did she suddenly turn on Boy Cavalier?
Because she realizes,
that Elon Musk is evil.
What she realized? Hold on, let Easy explain.
Okay. The way I feel, right, is that she's finally come to terms.
No, not what you feel. What does the show say? I don't need no interpretation. What does the show say that she turned on Boy Cavalier?
Next question.
The show said he was mean to her, and she's a child, so she said, "Fuck him, I'm an alien now."
But then her brother hurts one of her friends, and she doesn't do shit to him.
She forgives him because that's her brother.
Fucking goofy ass, lame ass writing, bro. It's fucking
it's so.
The finale sucked dick, bro.
I'm not saying it's badly. I'm not saying
lame. It was bad.
It's a great writing, but I'm saying it was.
It's boo boo and
was built up.
Look, and I'm very passionate about it because I wanted the show to be good. I was very excited for the show.
Movies. We get it.
He's high off that fede.
No, exactly. Look,
yes, Alien Romulus goes so hard.
I knew it.
Here's the thing. Noah said, "I'm not." He said, "I respect Ridley. This ain't got shit to do with Prometheus and those prequel Alien movies. This has nothing to do with those." He said, "I want nothing to do with this." He said, "I'm making the show that I wanted to make whenever I fell in love with Alien." And you know what? Fuck you. You shouldn't have made this shit.
Yeah,
you should have kept. You should have let Feather
call.
No,
He said, "I'm gonna keep it
Let me a
above."
lesson to you kids.
Yeah,
never chase your dreams, or I,
your dreams.
Luis Aleman, will make fun of them.
No.
I will clown you.
No, I think episode 5, the episode that takes place on the ship, completely.
Very beautiful.
I thought that episode was
Yeah.
incredible. I was like, this is what Alien is. This is the essence of what this franchise and this IP is. And I thought that episode, he directed that whole episode. I thought he did an incredible job. It's all the other bullshit about the hybrids and like her being able to communicate with the aliens, even though she's a fucking robot, which I think is very weird and strange. And her being and then all the Peter Pan metaphors, I get it. It's so on the fucking nose. It's really stupid and kind of corny and annoying. And Boyd Cavalier has no like growth or character like progression at all.
Yeah, because he's talked about his dad, idiot.
I know in the finale in one episode, bro, and he's in 8 of them.
That was tacked on. That was
yeah,
and that's a shame because I really like
that actor. Yes, he's incredible.
Yeah, I think he's awesome.
Cast him
that's failing him.
Cast him as Edward Nygma in the DCU. Let him cook.
I'll give this episode
Edward Nygma.
I'll give this episode a 6 out of
Nygma.
Are we doing out of 5 or out of 10?
Out of 5.
Out of 5.
I'll give this
episode. And Matt is cruel.
I'll give this episode a 2.5 out of 5.
A 2-pack of ass.
And I'll give the whole series as a whole a 3.5 out of 5.
Cap 2.5.
I think there's some really good stuff in there. I think there's some really cool stuff. The guy who plays Morrow.
I knew
incredible.
He's great.
He's incredible.
He's the best part of the episode. When he was talking with Arush, that whole dialogue
actor,
back and
by
forth.
the way, Arush,
yes,
bad actor. Anyways,
terrible.
but the guy who
his friend,
Smee.
Smee.
Yeah,
I love Smee.
Wendy, great actress. Even though she's a nepo baby, I think there's a lot of good stuff. And like I said, episode 5 is cool. I think a lot of they waste Timothy Oliphant. And trust me, it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better as the series progresses.
You know what? I can't hurt myself if I don't watch it, so I'm not gonna watch it.
I just think there's a lot of there's a lot of really cool shit, a lot of really cool elements. I just think he drops the ball. This doesn't feel like Alien to me. This feels like Blade Runner messing with some alien shit is what it feels like, and I don't fuck with it.
Listen,
all right, now for some positives.
Now
the show ended. That's positive.
We
good.
The show ended for you the moment you clicked on it on Hulu, man. You watched 4 episodes.
I actually unsubscribed from Hulu after watching I deleted my account. I said that shit is so ass, bro.
I say out of 5.
Uber dog shit.
Yeah.
Taking this and the entirety of the show for what it is, and for it taking a very long, and I mean extremely absurdly long amount of time to really hold my interest. I started to feel like, all right, I removed this from pre-existing Alien things, because if I compare it to that, in reality, does not stack up. Maybe against like Alien 3, but like overall, I thought it was serviceable for what it is. A lot of the ideas are very half-baked and don't get the amount of fleshing out that they should have. And a lot of the pacing is kind of halted by them trying to focus on character beats and weird repeated things, but they don't really stick with you in a mimetic fashion. They kind of just become like annoying things that they try to say are character traits of these like child adult hybrid actors, but they kind of just come across as like annoying instead of juvenile.
They were so fucking annoying. The acting was so bad for most of those characters. It pissed
and it's because
me off.
they're really like, not resonating with the material. It feels like they're not connecting with it in a way to where I'm having it conveyed to me as like super believable. I think mostly maybe the arc of like Arush,
because we don't know them and we don't understand them as
I think like
human characters before they become hybrids. Yeah,
I think Arush and Wendy are the closest I felt like had some kind of fleshing out
because we related to their humanity. Because we know Wendy's brother, because we know Arush has a mother and a family that he's scared for, and that's why he makes the decision he makes. That's why. But all these other motherfuckers, I do not give a fuck about Curly, about Jane. I do not give a fuck about Isaac.
Special effects as well, and a lot of the shots, sometimes the action is a little bit hard to follow. But all of this to say, I give this a 3. And here's
That's
why.
worse than me.
Here's why I give it a 3. I give this a 3 out of 5, solely for the fact that the episode that just aired today, or I guess yesterday at time of recording, right? That episode, the recap happened, and I realized that I had fallen asleep during last week's episode, so I didn't know what was happening. And I was seeing all these flashes of things happening, and I was like, oh, holy shit, that seems intense as fuck. Let me go figure out what that's about. Watched it, enjoyed that episode, proceeded to the next one. Now, the ending, I will say, drops the ball in a number of ways, but everything kind of leading around to that, I thought, was serviceable.
What do you mean? You're telling me you didn't like the line, what happens now? We rule. You tell me you didn't like that shit? You don't think they cook with that, bro? And then Animal by Pearl Jam plays. You tell me that shit
when we review him, I want you to remember everything you said during this episode.
Oh, bitch, I'll cook your ass on him, but don't play with me.
I'm ready.
We'll
cook
ready, bro.
But I think
we'll spit roast your ass on him. Don't play with us.
Now, I also don't understand. I also don't understand why the baby xenomorph was also going with her, because I didn't see her like form a bond with that one. That one was kind of like out of nowhere. I guess like that baby xenomorph escaped and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill these people," but then the older one was like, "No,
aliens
bro,
are a
she
hive
too."
mind.
And they're like AZ, and they're like, "Oh, this eyeball tentacle is one of the smartest creatures in the universe," and it's just like. Doesn't do shit. With it. It did also, absolutely. It tells him what pi is, what the next number in the sequence of pi is, and he's also like, "I have to have a conversation with this fucking animal."
But it's coming back because they put his ass in Drysdale.
But also, it doesn't make sense as to why they would imprison some of them and then be like, "What's the next? We rule," because the two other companies still exist, and there's a whole military, and like they have 2 xenomorphs, cool, and they have like what? 3 more eggs available, so I mean it's 3 more xenomorphs, but still like none of them are queens, so they can't make more eggs.
I mean,
what's their plan?
The kind of description of the episode was a new power dynamic emerges, and that's fair. If you have somebody who can fucking control xenomorphs, bro, who can't die, who is immortal, who can't age, is not human. I mean, they're kind of OP as fuck, and she can talk to fucking xenomorphs. Y'all are cooked. So how the fuck is this? How does this relate to the?
And her dad is Hal Jordan.
Her dad is Hal Jordan. Exactly. It's like how the fuck does this? Like it throws the timeline completely for a loop. It's like this is supposed to happen before the original Alien, right? But
that also is confusing. I don't know necessarily how that.
So there was actually been aliens on the planet the whole time, and there's actually an outbreak, and a lot of them were there's a fucking hybrid who can control xenomorphs of this entire time. Why the fuck don't they capture her?
Luis, when you say all of these facts out loud, sure, they sound nonsensical and like they don't matter, and like Noah Hawley might have done
ignored the lore.
No, not so much ignored the lore. He had too much dip on his chip, bro.
He might have been a little bit overzealous, and it might have been conveyed in the good writing or lack thereof. Who's to say? I think. No, okay, yeah, this shit might just be less than a 3. Okay, it might.
No,
there's another episode where Luis has convinced me.
Stay with it with a 3. Gerardo, I'm curious to hear your thoughts because you were writing for this episode and this show. I think more than we did.
I think this episode's great.
I thought it was fun. You gonna let me talk? God damn it!
I'll consider it.
My bad.
No,
go ahead.
I went into this. I don't give a shit about Alien like y'all do. I thought it was fun. I love anything that has Timothy Olyphant. I got to see a cyborg and an android fight. Thought that was cool. The aliens look different. They're kind of brown instead of like all black. So like these like I think they're they look kind of cool. Black. Yeah. I love Smee. Every other
African American.
Every other one of the child actors, dog shit. Even Hermit phoning it the fuck in. But also the script
Alex Lawler is such an incredible actor. What is he doing?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Dude, it's the script.
And it's the accent. He's not American. Don't let him do an American accent.
Just let him be British.
Yes, but bro. It's
bad. They probably did that because Chandler's daughter couldn't do a British accent.
And she's the lead.
Yeah, she's the lead. Anyway,
so I don't know.
Think it's fun.
Cast a fucking American, maybe.
I think this is a 3.5
can find a white
overall.
Twink. in America.
You don't let me speak.
Anywhere.
You don't let me speak.
Sorry.
You don't let me speak. 3.5 overall. It's a fun show.
Cap.
I'll watch another season.
Lying.
Shut up.
The fact that I talked so much
I love.
shit, we ended up having the same rating is so funny.
I like Moro. I liked the fucking scientist android. I'm forgetting his name. I just call him Timmy.
Kirsch
Kirsch was fun.
Charlie Kirsch.
Cool, it's a cool show, dude.
Charlie Kirsch.
And the production value is good.
Is it?
Yeah.
You think the man in the alien costume looks cool?
You think the one in the first movie looks good?
Bitch, that was made in the 70s. This was made in 2024.
The same way.
Wait.
It's not going to look as good as the one in fucking Romulus.
And also, I will say, all in all,
the budgets are way different.
The effects in this are definitely more serviceable in other areas than a lot of other ones.
Yeah, like the paycheck to fucking Timothy Oliphant and Kyle Chandler's daughter. That's where all the fucking money went.
Maybe that is true.
Holly, as opposed to writing a good fucking script.
But I will say,
the money went to the licensing for the songs.
Right, literally, it went to licensing the song because Pearl Jam never licenses their music. So what the fuck convinced them to be like, yeah, this is the one.
We'll give you a hot meal, Pearl Jam.
No, we'll pay you millions of dollars. That's why our alien looks like shit when he's crawling on all fours and it's a human just doing this bullshit.
Get
the fuck out of here, bro.
There is one thing that I do really enjoy while I was looking into like some information on the series, and that's the fact that I saw this behind the scenes photo of the alien and he changed out of the feet and he's wearing a pair of Adidas, and I feel like that's really funny. He's got the full xenomorph costume on, but from the angle down, it's just Adidas, and that's very fun.
Isn't there a black guy in the costume?
Yes, a dude. I think it's a black guy. Well, the original one was a black guy.
Was also
a black
guy. Yeah, exactly. That's why.
Does it matter? Does it matter? You fucking racist.
I'm just saying.
I want
you don't like
Negro morph.
Make money. That's the issue.
What I'm saying is that
it's a Negro morph.
No. Holly's like fuck the lore, but we'll also cast a black man and play the xenomorph.
Listen,
He's like
staying true to the whatchamacallit. He's staying true to the source material. I see it.
Yeah, you see the vision.
No, Ollie, I forgive you. You get 0.5 back.
Never mind. You good.
Now it's 2 out of 5. And
for getting a black man work, you good in my book.
I think definitely I would rate this episode higher than I would rate the actual show itself. I would rate the episode a 4. Right. I rate the episode a 4 because still I'm factoring in what came before and how the episode stands on its own compared to the other ones, and I still don't enjoy it as much as that halfway point. That was like the bar is in hell. I would say the bar is in hell. It's like in hell's attic. Like it's at least like
no
up there.
It's in hell's basement. It's in Dante's Inferno.
All right, listen.
Finish the show, Matt.
I way bad.
I will say, Matt, you should finish the show. I say you should finish the show, Matt, just to check it out, just to really get a good grasp on it.
I'm good.
Because I think it's pretty decent.
There's easier ways to kill myself.
I
it's not that bad. There's. I was being really hard on it just because I really like this franchise.
Not hard enough.
I've seen. I think the last Ridley Scott movie is worse. But anyways, speaking of hard, my penis was hard during the history of sound.
That was about to. Be so.
Oh, that was it. I thought you were about to segue.
As a Christian, I can't talk about this movie.
I was about to segue because I was going to be like, I don't know.
Sounds interesting. Speaking of sound,
yeah.
Speaking of sound, the history of sound.
Speaking of history, we're living in history right now.
All right, the history of sound came out. The history of sound came out, and allegedly this is a movie that's real and people have seen it. I don't know anything about it. Do you guys happen to know things about it? Because I would like to know. Inform me. Convince me to see this movie.
Cartoon form, or Dame Lindelof didn't make it, so he's not watching.
I think I'm the only person who's seen it. Actually,
I'm seeing it. Well, shit, I might see it this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to heaven.
Movie where Timothy Chalamet has.
Yeah, I'm going to heaven, so I'm not watching that gay shit.
Gerardo actually got raptured. He's recording this from the afterlife.
From the afterlife.
Imagine being in an eternal paradise and you still have to do a podcast.
Hey man, there's worse things.
What do you mean?
Let me
watch Alien Earth.
So AZ, so the history of sound. Let me just kind of run it by you. It's a movie starring Paul Mescal and Josh O'Connor.
My goats.
And essentially, it's a story based on a pair of short stories by a writer called Ben Shattuck. And the story, basically, it follows the relationship of two men, Lionel and David, who meet in 1917 while attending New England Conservatory. And after World War I, traveled together recording folk songs of their countrymen in rural Maine in the winter of 1920. And it's a gay romance story. Essentially, is what it is.
Two men?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
In today's America?
Exactly. I know. No, but I think being the only person who watched. Look, I'm a notorious Paul Mescal apologist and defender.
Glazer and yes,
exactly. And I love Josh.
I'm right there with
O'Connor as well. I think
I've seen Paul Mescal be good in one thing, and it was 7 minutes long.
Exactly, one scene, incredible scene. Anyways, this film was like pretty much me written all over it. Paul Mescal, Josh O'Connor, like a gay romance drama, I'm locked in. And I will say that I really enjoyed it. It's not perfect. It's not the best film I've seen this year. It's not my favorite film I've seen this year, but I think there's a lot of really good things about it. I think it's a bit long. I think it's about 2 hours.
Daniel Craig queer, way better.
Truth, more fun. It's a lot more fun, that's for sure. But I think this movie is a little bit too long, and I think it suffers a lot from that problem that we talk about when it comes to adaptation, right? And this is a series of short stories, right? So you can explore kind of like the internalization of this character Lionel, played by Paul Mescal, much more vividly, because you're kind of living through him as opposed to just seeing him, right? We don't really get to experience that internal monologue unless it's actually presented to us. Unless it's presented to us via a voiceover in the film, which you can't have during the entire film because it just gets incredibly jarring. But I think this film is beautiful to look at. I think the cinematography is incredible. It's beautifully shot, and I will say that although I think Paul Mescal oftentimes can get miscast, i.e. Gladiator. I thought he was not good for that role. I do think that this employs both Josh and Paul kind of like in a perfect way. Paul works best when he's kind of just like sad and quiet and brooding and very internalized and crying. Yeah, exactly. He's just doing the sad boy thing, and he's not talking a lot, and he's just kind of being. He's got like this very great like physical presence, and he's very good at just being like sad and brooding, and this movie does that perfectly. And Josh O'Connor on the other hand is very good at just being like a force of charm. He's charming and handsome and kind of warm and welcoming and very just kind of like the exact opposite of what Paul Mescal is good at. And I think that balance between these two characters is very, very wonderfully handled. Okay. I think there are times in the film where it can be kind of, a lot of people will say it's kind of boring because it lags. It's a little too long. You're just like, what's going on? What are we doing? I get it. No. But I think the payoff is worth it. I think it's a beautiful film. Yeah. I think it's very heartwarming and very heartbreaking. And it's just nice to see. Look, people talk about Pedro Pascal fatigue all the time, and I don't hear none of them mention Josh O'Connor and Paul Mescal fatigue. Red flags. But I think
Josh O'Connor's barely in anything.
But Paul Mescal's in a lot of shit.
That the general
public. I don't know anything Paul Mescal's in.
Gladiator 2. Empire of Light. 2.
The fuck is you been the second one?
My fault. Wrong one.
Empire of Light.
It is a movie. No.
reading Scientology scripture in the middle of an episode. What the fuck is Empire of Light?
It's a movie. Which
it's
I like.
After
Sam
Sun.
Mendes
joint. My fault. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that one sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Like, but I'm doing some research on this film to try to sway myself, right? Because one of my favorite films.
Just go see it. Just go see it. Don't do research.
Experience it.
I thought you were going the other way around.
Oh no, I'm a proponent of Paul Mescal.
One of my favorite films.
I don't want it.
Paul Mescal.
One of my favorite films that I've seen recently was no, not recently, but I saw like last year-ish, at the end of last year, was Brokeback Mountain, because I had never seen the film before. But that film is fucking beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, this has got tinges of Brokeback Mountain. It's not as good as Brokeback Mountain.
Okay, there you go. That's all.
But but Brokeback is a hard alchemy. You have Ang Lee, and then you have one of the best actors, I think, of his generation, Heath Ledger, and then Jake Gyllenhaal.
in his prime, back when he used to care.
Exactly.
So he is good in that.
Back when he was good. Back when Jake Gyllenhaal was good. Exactly. So I think that's a really good.
Yeah,
I think that's a really.
Phones it in.
I think that's a really hard alchemy to kind of recreate. But this does have, it's got beautiful landscapes. It's got two handsome men kind of just.
It definitely seems
being
like
in love and
the
traveling the
where,
countryside. And there's a lot of There's a lot of Paul Mescal singing folk music, which
he sing.
Yeah, he does. He's a musical theater kid. But there's a lot of like Paul Mescal singing like 20th century folk music. So it is.
Okay.
If it is a tough ask if you're not used to this kind of stuff, but I do think that it is a nice change of pace from everything that we've kind of been watching. It is, like I said, it's not a perfect movie. It's not my favorite movie of the year, but I did enjoy it, and I think the two performances are very, very, very good.
When does Spider-Man show up in this exactly? Because I've heard
in the end credit scene.
How does it connect to Endgame?
Okay. Is there a part where Dr. Doom shows up and incinerates Paul Mescal and says, "I hate you 3000"?
There is.
And then
it's called The History of Sound, because Black Canary shows up and starts screeching at people.
That's what you had to say. No, wait. Even if he's lying to me, if there's any amount of Black Canary, I'm watching.
African American Canary.
He saw Juicy. What's it called?
Juicy
Smollett.
Journey.
As I said, Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett.
It's a woman in a jacket and fish.
He's saying juicy because he's thinking about something else.
Yeah.
I'll show you a history of sound.
I wasn't approving. Stop making those noises.
I'll show you history. I'll show you something to make some sound. No, but it is a good. It was nominated for the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival this year. Palme d'Or, which is like the highest prize.
More like the water snow.
Palme d'Or. What's that short for? No this shit.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who watched this movie, guys. It's good. I suggest watching it, and I'll
give you my review next
fall
week.
Asleep too.
I think that Paul and Josh are two of the best like working actors of their generation.
The two most normal sounding men.
They're two British. They're two white British men. What do you expect?
They're British.
This is my buddy Paul. This is Josh. We go to the
British
pub and
Paul's
Irish.
That was so disrespectful. I can't believe you did that.
How dare I fucked up. That's what he deserves that for Gladiator.
Yes.
So now
that accent was ass.
It was ass. But yeah, good. Let me hold on. I gave it a 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. It's slightly above average. Not great.
You gave it the same rating as Alien Earth.
I know.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
There's
also
the History of Sound.
You told me to watch
hours. There's 8 hours of Alien Earth, and there's only 2 of this.
Too many hours too long.
How much full frontal?
8 hours too long.
None.
I'm not watching.
No.
It's like that.
A lot.
It's like that scene from Invincible where Omni-Man is like pointing at the jets, and it's like Alien Earth. being looked at by Sound of Silence. Look what they need to mimic
Sound
a
of Silence.
Sound of Silence. The Simon and Garfunkel song.
No,
when this channel blows
the
up,
Disturbed version.
We're gonna get somebody to clip every time AZ has said some name wrong, and we're gonna just put it. That's gonna be like the end of the year video. Every time he got this shit wrong.
AZ super.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm wrong on a lot of names, but you know what I'm not wrong on? How great this episode has been. If you've been watching, listening, or doing whatever you've been doing in order to consume our content, we greatly appreciate you because we know what we sound like, and trust me, we get it. So if you would like to follow up with more things akin to what we do, but with more budget and more in-depth behind-the-scenes action for the latest Hollywood scoops, go ahead and follow Backstage OL. They have all the latest Hollywood insider news. If you're a fan of the MCU, they got news on it. Fan of the DCU, they got news on it. Fan of A24 or even fucking Bluey, probably got news on those too. Go ahead and check it out and see if I'm wrong. And also,
I had a girlfriend in high school who gave me Blueys all the time.
Boo.
Yeah, mute is What the fuck are you talking about, man?
What the fuck are you talking about? Comedic genius in this bitch.
But
anyways, Backstage OL.
Follow Backstage OL. And if you're unsure what Luis is fucking talking about, just like I am, and you want to be even more confused, find out what the fuck I'm talking about at twitch.tv/AriSingo.
No one knows.
I stream just about every day. Well, I didn't stream today because I had to wake up at 8 a.m. and go to work, but tomorrow I'm going to stream before I go into work. And you should definitely go look at that.
Nice.
And it'll be good, or it won't be. We'll find out. That is the loudest sound ever of all time.
Truth nuke.
Jesus. And if you want the true facts that the government is hiding from you, and you want to know the real secrets that open up your third eye, follow my YouTube channel at youtube.com/youtube.com/AriSingo
on his YouTube channel.
I don't want to confirm
CIA black site trucks on his way to his house.
They got a weapon
black out Tahoes.
I am genuinely going
Predator
to be carbon,
drone.
and it is Luis's fault. I'm about to go out like the fucking silent people from the leftovers.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure knowing you.
AZ just gonna be up like platoon with his arms up outside of Papa John. Just like,
dude, you're gonna see it. You're literally gonna see a more intense blue glow than the lights in my room.
Papa John's is fucking funny shit.
You're just gonna see an intenser blue glow in my room, and the U.S. government put Dr. Man fucking Hatton in I just get kick boomed on there.
Blow your shit clean off. And it just,
we're just gonna see the hand just come up like this.
Yeah, you just see it in the reflection of my whiteboard behind me, just like a pair of blue eyes.
AZ gonna scream at him like fucking Rorschach.
No, he's gonna scream at him like Tyreek's fucking Django Unchained audition. No, no,
like this.
Please, that's the one.
No.
I love that Luis can't hear these.
I know. I just have to pretend. When I hear y'all go quiet, I'm like, who's playing?
Why is this? That was like 75% of the audition. Why do you have all
the fact that you have that on the soundboard is so fucking funny to me. I love that.
Incredible.
This is what we do, man. Elite.
Almost as incredible as the content you'll find me eventually posting there, and almost as incredible as you following us at all platforms at Cinestro Corp. No S. I fucking swear. If you we don't talk about it. Don't ask about it. Don't ever say anything about the S. I can't even stand talking about it now.
I'll beat your ass. I'll beat you up in public if you ask me about it.
That's true.
And I'm a second-degree black belt. My body's a registered weapon.
I got a registered weapon.
Part of it.
I got a registered weapon. Ask my exes; they'll tell you. Wrap it up. Speaking
But yeah, that's it. That's
Speaking of wrapping it up. God damn, bro. That's crazy.
Oh my God. With that being said, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Keep tuning in. Keep sharing this channel with all your friends if you want more hilarity. And we will see you guys next time at the movies. Peace.